Hey everybody, this video is about leadership in the House and the Senate. And after watching this video, you should be able to compare the roles of the presiding officers in the Senate and the House. This video is important because information about congressional leadership will really help you understand how Congress operates. You should be able to answer questions in your note packet by using this video. You can answer the question, what are the roles of the presiding officers in the Senate and the House? First of all, I should say what a presiding officer does. Well, a presiding officer is the official leader at a meeting, and as that official leader, the presiding officer interprets an organization's rules, makes sure that everybody in the organization follows those rules, and the presiding officer will also call on people to speak when it's their time. Essentially, they keep order. The presiding officer in the House of Representatives is the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House is picked among the majority party in the House of Representatives and is therefore expected to advance the interests of the majority party. The Speaker will refer bills to committee and puts motion to a vote, although the Speaker doesn't usually vote himself or herself, but will do so if there is a tie. Now, across the Capitol building in the Senate, the presiding officer is the President of the Senate, which happens to be the Vice President. This is obviously a lot different than in the House because the Vice President is not a senator. The presiding officer in the Senate can recognize members, put questions to a vote, but the Vice President is not allowed to take the floor for a debate, although the Vice President can vote if there is a tie. Now, the Vice President obviously has other things to do besides not voting in the Senate and making sure that people in the Senate are following the rules. As a matter of fact, the Vice President doesn't often carry out his constitutional role as the President of the Senate. The Vice President usually only shows up to the Senate if the Vice President's vote is needed to break a tie. Instead, when the Vice President is away, the Senate will elect the Senate pro tempore, who will serve as the presiding officer in the Vice President's absence. The pro tempore is a leading member of the majority party and is usually the longest serving member of the majority party in the Senate. So there's that. You should now be able to identify who are the presiding officers in the House and Senate, and after thinking about it a bit, and perhaps consulting your notes, you should be able to say what makes these roles similar and what makes them different. Thanks for watching. Here's a joke. Why did the cookie go to the hospital? Because he felt crummy.